Isn't life beautiful? The birds sing beautiful songs, the weather is always beautiful. I live with my beautiful wife in our beautiful house, and the beautiful government's always watching and listening, always making sure we're all right, always making sure we're all good. Everything is fine, everything is always fine. What's cracking, guys? SamUX607 here, throwing at you day 5 of Webtoon Week. Everything is Fine by Mike Birchall. This story follows the everyday lives of the normal couple, Sam and Maggie. From Sam waking up to Maggie's lovingly made breakfasts bright and early at 2:60 every morning, to taking care of their well-mannered dog Winston and having dinner parties with the neighbors, absolutely nothing stands out about this upstanding pair. With their 1960s American sitcom dialogue, boundless love for their suburban neighborhood, and absolutely adorable faces, it's no wonder that this wholesome webtoon has firm grasp over the #1 spot in the horror genre. I'll be honest, I decided to make this video before ever reading Everything is Fine, and boy oh boy did I make a mistake. At the same time, there's so much and so little to unpack that it makes this difficult without ruining the experience, but here we go. This wildly engaging thriller is one of those that takes to withholding vital setting information to make its characters unpredictable. We have no idea how they all ended up where they are, if they're really human, why they're being so closely surveilled, or even what's abnormal at all. Take their heads, for example. Are those parts of their bodies? Were they forced to put them on? And if so, why can't they take them off even to sleep? In a unique way distinct from the eponymous genre, Everything is Fine employs mystery to keep us gripped. As they say, better the devil you know than the devil you don't, and that's extremely applicable here. While a traditional mystery story would revolve around trying to solve said mystery and thus put all the information out in the open, dear Mike Birchall does the opposite to great effect. No one is trying to figure out what's going on in their society or sharing information about it. For a reason we can only speculate about, and without even knowing what the consequences would be, we are made aware through the actions of the characters that saying anything at all about their situation is dangerous, and I love this. The glorious golden rule, show, don't tell, is obeyed, and that adds so much to the tension. There is no narrator walking us through, no Brock play calling the Pokemon battles, or Hunter x Hunter Nen analysis. We assume what is and isn't allowed through a fun mix of visual cues and deductive reasoning, and leaving us to our imaginations works brilliantly in a horror setting. Everyone knows what happens to those who step out of line, except the readers. Knowing not what horrors they stand to face, whenever as much as a snarky remark is let out, our anxiety rises to the surface, and this makes for the high narrative stakes a thriller needs to truly be thrilling. Effective, high-level writing techniques aside, it'd be imprudent of me not to speak about the characters. Considering the nature of this story, I can't go into depth about any one of them, but one thing you must know is that each of them is broken, and almost irreparably at that. As you might imagine, living in a police state isn't the best for one's mental well-being. The characters are shown to usually either be as tired as myself writing the script 5 hours before the video is supposed to go up, or as on edge as myself writing the script 5 hours before the video is supposed to go up. They seem to have triggers that set them off easily and only become less hinged the more strongly discipline is forced upon them. Because of this, we find that the characters who do manage to cope with the strenuous environment end up being the highly motivated ones the government finds some way to emotionally blackmail. And for me, That somber realism adds a layer of depth to the story that helps me push through the admittedly long and tedious periods of inaction the story subjects us to at times, most notably in the beginning. Seeing as I've read more of this than some of the webtoons from the other recent uploads, I feel more confident than usual about saying this. But do I recommend you read this? Definitely. I read all of part 1 in a single sitting and was glued to the screen the entire time. My heart hadn't raced from reading a webtoon since and I treasured every moment of it. Thus, I award it a much-deserved 91 of 100 marks. 607 government employees candidly watching the surveillance feed. With that, thanks for watching to the end of the video. Last night I saw a massive boom in my viewership, and for that I'm truly grateful to all of you. The channel wasn't doing this well even in the Minecraft days. I hope you all continue to help and support me on the road to 1,000 subscribers. These videos take a lot of time and effort to make. I slept 6 hours in the last 3 days. So if you like what I do, subscribe to be notified about my future content, and consider supporting the channel over at patreon.com/samuix607 so I can upload higher quality videos more consistently, because Lord knows after Webtoon week we won't have a schedule anymore. Like the video if you liked the video, dislike the video if you disliked the video, and comment why down below, for the criticism helps me grow. Until tomorrow, guys, this has been Samuix607, logging out.